Excuse me. If there's something that moves you and you cannot stray, if there's something that moves you, there's nothing that can stand in your way. No, there's nothing that can stand in your way. Hey, Astrid Kirchner. If the rails that you're riding will rumble and sway, the track that you're tracing is bound to make your day. Yeah, it's bound to make your day. I've got this all wrong, huh? Bathe in the sunlight, shines from a million miles away. Bathe in the starlight, from a sun that was born just yesterday. Moon in the moon glow, it'll wash your blues right away. Stoke yourself a bonfire of vanity. It's a needle that you're threading, and if the twine begins to sway, twisting and slightly, slides in as it may. A field of clay ain't even, it's always been that way. Just steal your resolution for the shadows that you'll slay. Ooh, babies. Something that moves you when you will not, God damn it. There's something that moves you when you will not stray. If there's something that moves you, there's nothing that can stand in your way. No, there's nothing that can stand in your way. You see why I have to practice that? So actually, I want to debut that on Wednesday. We're having a vernissage. Il y aura eu un vernissage collectif de notre association qui s'appelle Bandu Bocus. Un bon matin, sympa petite brasserie, micro-brasserie, micro-bièrerie, s'appelle Patoche. C'est la forme diminutive du prénom Patrick, bien sûr, mais c'est aussi une brasserie où on peut trouver les amis, la musique, l'art et la bonne bière, quoi. Donc, mercredi soir, à partir du 17h, je dirais, c'est pas grave. Allez, venez tous, venez nombreux et on serait heureux de vous accueillir. Voila. So that was What Moves You. I want to play that. They're going to have Gaetan, my buddy Gaetan, is going to have an open mic. He always does a real good job, so hopefully I'll be able to squeak in there. And I'll also have two pieces up. The constraint is it's got to be 30 centimeters in width maximum, so it's kind of fun. Speaking of art, what about this for an art update? Check this out. Okay, so this, I'm working on this. This is the third attempt at trying to get this going. As you can see, this is 2 layers of 2 different kinds of modern blueprint type, building plan type stuff. And so yesterday I sanded down the first layer, which is sort of this older 80s looking stuff on this strange translucent calc tracing paper type, plastified tracing paper type material. I put that down, and as you can see, it buckled quite severely. Let me take this down carefully. So when I went over it with the sandpaper, it kind of leaves these cool patterns there, which I kind of like. You can see that. And then today I put some basically laser copy type building plans. I hesitate to call them blueprints because it's so far from it. It's sort of like, what's another outmoded, like how we call our personal handheld devices phones. Not really phones, are they? They do what phones do, but why don't we call them cameras? We do sometimes mix up and call them cameras. Why don't we call them our personal fitness coach or something like that? Anyway, so now I've got the second layer on here, but it's still a bit moist. It's getting tight, which I like because this canvas is vinyl that's really cheap. I don't really like it, so that's why I'm experimenting on it. Is getting tight, which is very nice. And you can see some of the paper has become opaque again in drying out. And so I'm going to go over that with some sandpaper, but I kind of like it as is. I think 2 layers might suffice. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And here, check this out. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to have 2 more days, but I finished the inking on this. It only took me 8 days. It took me 17 days to do the penciling, 8 days to do the inking. So the next step is to erase all the pencil, and then I will have to repair the, thanks Aster, thanks for the hearts. And so we'll see how this proceeds. And then next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the sky, that's going to be white ink. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of, thanks. Aster says it's lovely, and I thank you for that. And then I'm going to mask this off and just put a slight, very, very, very faint layer of spray paint on there to bring out the dimensionality of the buildings. But that will necessitate having to go over the trees again. But, I think it'll turn out cool. It's going to have a lot of dimensions. Hopefully. Or actually, that's the... Aziz is here, and so is Sydney. Hey, ça va les gars? Comment ça va vous? Hein? Quoi de neuf? Merci d'être venu, hein? En tout cas. À bientôt. On aura le vernissage ce mercredi. Sid, je ne sais pas si tu peux nous rejoindre. Aziz sera là, bien sûr, avec quelques œuvres, je crois. C'est vrai, Aziz? And so that's where we are on this one. And then finally, the last thing for the art update is just another table surface, because a friend of mine, I just kind of flippantly, haphazardly, on a whim, posted some details of my work table surface. He's like, hey man, can I have those? And so we're working on a deal where I'm going to create a frame where it's a grid of some of these little details of my work tabletop, sort of like this one. So I'm showing this. I like how this turned out. I just rediscovered it the other day when I unbolted another palimpsest painting from it. And these are, as you can see, these are what I do is I mix color in the palette and then test it on the paper to make sure it's the right color before putting it on the painting. And so if you, I think this would be cool to cut this up into maybe squares, maybe rectangles, and have them framed as sort of abstract pieces. I think it'd be kind of cool. So that's what's up with that. So should we do some more guitar or a little bit of philosophy to round out this episode 340, or is it 440 de le podcast électrique direct de Belleville à Paris, France. Well, I got a minute and a half. Maybe I'll just noodle around while I'm waiting for a response. Aster, you still there? Aziz, Sid, vous préférez de la musique ou de la philosophie? J'ai 2 livres de philosophie ici. Un en anglais, c'est la Zen Guitar, la guitare zen, hein, comme on dit. Et cela, qui est le manuel du guerrier de la lumière, qui a été traduit en français depuis le portugais et que je vais interpréter en anglais, si vous voulez. Okay, I guess not. If there's something that moves you when you will not stray, if there's something that moves you, there's nothing that can stand in your way. As it's in music, there's nothing that can stand in your way. Okay, Aster, hope you enjoyed that. Merci, Aster. Thanks, Aster. Merci, Aziz et Sid. À très bientôt. Bisous. Bonsoir.